I'm going to start playing Castle Pinetop. What am I talking about? We're going to do Camp Pinetop. I have played Camp Pinetop several times as a standard multiplayer game, which is how it's designed. But it does have this cool solo mode built into it. And it's all about this one little furry critter who goes to camp. Let's see, where have I got spots where I can't put stuff? Okay, so there's where I got a couple of hot spots here, so I'm going to try and not put anything out there. Okay, so it is a multi-day, multi-scenario solo game. And so all of the main rules are here, and this is for playing the basic game. And then this book is basically your journal as you go to camp for a week. This is the story of how Jimmy came to Camp Pinetop and all the adventures he had there. You will get to participate as Jimmy in this wonderful solo story. The story will continue throughout the journal, and you will get to complete all the scenarios and earn solo achievements over the course of the story. So that's kind of cute. And I believe each episode, I think, is a day. First day of camp, knife hunt, things like that. So I don't know if they like build on each other or anything like that. But it's supposed to be just like this little cute story. And one of the things that's neat about it, you can't see all the goods are over there, and my cameras are pointing in opposite directions. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. So the text on my shirt is going to reverse. But I like to make it so that when I point this direction, my fingers are pointing the right direction. And I changed some stuff earlier. So now when I point this direction, everything is over there. The kitchen is that way, the living room is that way, and the contents are down here. All right, so in your normal game, you've got these little boards like this. And each player has exactly the same board. You're trying to advance through all of your merit badges to be the first person to get to Badger Scout. Because each level is a different scout. So you start out as a Possum Scout, then you go to Skunk and Beaver, then Raccoon, then Badger. So that's how the normal game works. But then all of these boards have an alternate backside that are all the different days at camp. So we are looking for this one, which is funny because it's got day 1, and then all of this is day 8. So in fact, I'm only going to be paying attention to this section. I haven't played the solo at all, so I guess if it's super, super short, which this kind of implies that it might be, maybe I'll do more than one. I don't know. But like I said, I have not done the solo, so I have to see what's different about the setup, and we'll kind of go through all that. And I'll try and comment about what it is like when you play the normal version as opposed to the solo version. Let's see. Yes, all right. Okay. So anyway. Overview, play through all 8 scenarios as Jimmy. Follow the story and complete each adventure in the journal. Each scenario will grant a special patch if you meet the special winning conditions. Gameplay will follow the structure of the basic game with some minor changes and additional rules. Each special patch will grant an ability to use one time. So that's kind of cool. You get it. It's not really legacy play, but there's kind of some legacy. Oh, there's a hotspot right there. That's not awesome. I thought that was going to cover it, but it didn't. Here, hold on just one second. I'm going to see if I can tip this light down like that. Still have good light on the board, and that's a little bit further over. Let's see what happens. Lighting is my perpetual problem in this particular setup. All right, so changes to the basic rules. If you clear 3 matching face-up supply cards, add them to the bottom of the draw deck instead of discarding them. Clear. Oh, okay, gotcha. So there's going to be some draw decks. Well, I'll explain it later. Hopefully, I'll remember that rule. Double supply cards from the expansion are not to be used. Okay, that's fine. I'm not using any of the expansion stuff. Actions are draw 1. Move and discard 1, Move and earn badge, same as a normal game, and discard 2 matching tents to place a new camera, same as a normal game. So there's a little bit of difference there. Normally you would draw 2 instead of draw 1, and normally you would move and draw instead of move and discard. I think that's right. Isn't it normally move and draw? I don't know why I'm looking it up. It doesn't really matter. We're not playing the multiplayer game. Yeah, usually it's draw and move. So. Ooh, there's changes to all the skills instead of immediately. So I'll have to look at those. And then those are the expert patches that we'll get at the end of the game. If you complete the scenario before you run out of supply cards, you win. If you can't, you lose. So it's a timing base on the supply cards themselves. So it's a race against the supplies themselves. So that's kind of cool. There are 8 expert patches. I don't think I've seen the expert patch. Are they there? Yeah, those are them. Okay. Got it. Okay, first day of camp. Oh, I thought this was a glare down here. I'm like, if I can't even put something here without a glare on it, we're in trouble. Jimmy was so excited for his first visit to Camp Pinetop. He had been thinking about it for months. His mother and father had told him that he was finally old enough to go a few months ago, and Jimmy was getting more and more excited about his visit. Jimmy thought this was going to be the best summer ever. His father had been telling him about Camp Pinetop since he was little. His father had gone to Camp Pinetop, and His father had gone to Camp Pinetop when he was a kid and had such great stories to tell. Jimmy knew all about the Blue Jug Lodge and Yonder Pond. Jimmy could not wait to see all these wonderful places in person. As the summer approached, Jimmy thought about how he could earn all the same patches his dad did. It was all he could think about in the last few days of school. Jimmy got to go get all his supplies the week before. That's kind of an awkward sentence. Jimmy got to go get all his supplies the week before. He got a new sleeping bag and flashlight. Jimmy knew he was going to learn many things like how to fish and hike. Jimmy knew he might have a leg up over the other campers because he'd heard all the stories from his dad, and he wanted to show his father he was worthy of becoming a Camp Pinetop Badger. Remember, Badger's the highest rank in the camp. Now the day was finally here. He had arrived and it was magical, just like he had imagined it would be. On the first day, Jimmy got to work right away. He sewed on his possum patch and earned the Quick Learner achievement. He even made some new friends. Jimmy wrote in his journal about it. Hello, Mom and Dad. It was my first day of camp and it was great. I made some new friends and I got my possum patch today. That is the starting rank. We got to sew on our rank patch. Today I learned how to earn achievements. I got my Quick Learner patch. Love, Jimmy. We didn't really think this was going to be a children's story time stream, did we? Anywho, so pick a color and take the 4 campers for that color and the four small discs along with the solo board shown at the right. Supply cards, map cards, 4 solo achievement patches, and other 8 regular achievement patches from the base game. All right, so let's see. We're going to be green because we're always green. Let's see, and it says we get our normal 8 patches, which I think is all of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it says more than that. Let's take a look here. Okay, so 4 solo achievement patches and the other 8 regular achievement patches. Maybe that's all this. Maybe those aren't in this yet. So there's the 4 discs, 4 small discs. All right. Take all 4 campers and the 4 discs along with the solo board shown at the right. So we're not going to use this. And it didn't say to use those either. So we may not actually be using these normal abilities. We'll just set them to the side for now and see what happens. There we go. And then it says supply cards, map cards, 4 solo. Okay, so supply cards are these. And then map cards are these. And we'll give these a little shuffle. I'm not going to shuffle those because those are divided into 3 different colors. Nice storytelling. You're welcome. I try and be as entertaining and animated as possible. Also, welcome, Leah, to my childhood storytime board game stream. All right, so these are all mixed up. And then so put those there. These I'm not going to shuffle. Supply cards, map cards, 4 solo achievement patches, and the other 8 regular achievement patches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that must be those, which are in this bag that I've never actually played with before. So, okay, so these are the 4 solo patches. Backpacker, camping, recruiter, and resourcefulness. And I'm guessing these are... No, there's way more than 8 here. Oh, no, okay, so those are not patches. Those are handshakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, I think maybe I'm figuring it out. All right. That's weird because we don't use the achievement patches for anything in the regular base game. It's funny that they say that they're from the base game. Shuffle the supply cards after discarding 25 to the box. Include all the observation tower backed cards. Shuffle the supply cards after discarding 25 to the box, including all the observation tower cards. That seems very specific. After including. All right, so if I'm reading this correctly, you include those cards and then all right. Well, we're either going to have 25 too many cards or not. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Who ever thought I would do a live stream of me counting? Not doing anything special, just counting. All right, so said put those back in there. I'm going to double check here because it doesn't say anything under the changes to take those out. Oh, look, it even says right there. 4 achievement patch tokens, 8 expert patches, storybook, solo boards. Okay, so we're good. And then it says set aside 9 cards for a reserve supply deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the reserve. We're going to put them out of view. They'll come into play when they come into play. So that, I think, is probably our start. Create the draw pile and place 4 cards from the stack as in a normal game. So this is what I was saying, I'll explain it later. So in a normal game, you have a supply of cards, a supply of supply cards, and then there's 2 on either side. And when you start playing, when you draw, you have to draw from either this side or this side. You cannot draw like one from here and one from here. Of course, in this, it's only draw 1, so it doesn't even really make a difference, I guess. Okay. So I did that. Give yourself 3 cards for a starting hand limit of 5. So don't let me forget that I have a hand limit of 5, which I think is different than the normal game. And I'm going to start with 3. Okay, randomly select 4 green circle, 4 blue square, and 4 gray diamond map cards. So like I said, these map cards are, they do have different icons on them. So there's gray diamond, green circle, and blue square. So we're going to pull all the gray diamond, and it said 4 gray diamond, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are going to make up the map. And then here's the green circles. And it makes up a matrix so your little dudes can walk around the board. And it was what? How many? I think is it 4 each? 4 green, 4 blue, 4 gray. So that's easy. We're making a 12 tile board. One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, so we are still playing. We must still be playing with these. Because there's no way I'd be able to finish this. Where'd they go? Here they are. Oh, I get it. So these are the 4 solo, and then the remainder, so basically we swap out some. So camping, that one's still in, that one's still in, backpacker, that one's still in, that one, that one, that one, that one, recruiter, and resourcefulness. So basically we trade 4 of these patches for these 4 solo game patches. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. And I'm going to put these somewhere where I can kind of see them, but then know whether I've used them or not. Funny thing, I thought this was going to take up a little bit less space, but it's getting pretty crowded over here. All right, so let's tuck these back in here, like that. Let's put these back in here. I'm just trying to stay a little bit organized because it gets real messy behind the scenes here. All right, so we've got all of our merit badges. Let's see, we can still see that it says Camp Pinetop there. We've got all our merit badges. I don't know when or why those are going to come into play, so I'm going to move these out here. They're all down the side, so I don't know. And then we've got, trying to figure out, because the glare is different where I'm at than where you are. Because when I put this here, sure, it looks great on camera, but I can't read any of that because it's all just glare. What if I do it on this side? So that's a little better. It's actually a lot better. Okay, so then we can bring this in a little bit because then I'll have room for my board, and then I'm going to have my patches over here. So backpack, camp, recruit, resource, not resource, but resource, fishing, orienting, cartographing. Don't know why I'm saying all these out loud. Forestry, trailblazing, canoeing, and leadership. Where's leadership? Leadership is right here before trailblazing, and hiking. Now, did it say something here? No, that's the camp manual. We're going to put the camp manual aside because we're not actually technically paying attention. Expert mode with at least 5 cards remaining in draw pile. Win with at least 5. Oh, okay, I see. So if I win with at least 5 cards remaining in the draw pile, I earn the quick learner patch for my next game. Okay, so we're going to put all of our tokens up over here. Wow, that little disc I just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. All right, so those are over there. Straighten these out a little bit. All right, so now we're going to make the camp. That's my hand. So these get shuffled. Yeah, see, that's not so bad. Y'all don't really need to see those over there. And I'll bring them into, basically, these are the things I'm trying to earn during the game. So you don't really need to see them until I start earning them. I could just move them off to the side. But... All right, and we're making a 4x3 map. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we got Banjo Beach, Yonder Pond, Washtub Shed, Stag Mountain, Catfish Cove, Paperback Pines, South Fork Dam, Rattlesnake Switchback, The Wishing Field, Firefly Falls, Tagalong Treehouse, and Phantom River. So it does say 4x3 configuration. Make sure a blue square is one of the center cards, as you would in a normal game. There is a blue square as a center card. I'm not exactly sure why they do that, but so I'm going to try something that I've never tried before. I'm going to try moving this camera and then being able to put it back where it belongs afterwards, because I kind of want to point out how these boards work. So let's bring this down here for a second. There's a little bit of glare there, but we'll focus on one of these in the center. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to have a little camper out here, and he's going to move around camp. Whenever he moves, as he moves onto a new tile, he has the option of buying the patch of the tile that he lands on that he passed over. And he'll have to pay those resources to pick it up. So like right now, I have yellow, blue, and pink. So if I were here and I went to here, I could then buy, what is this? This is cartographer. I could buy cartographer for pink and blue. I would discard those. I'd earn that patch, which would then come over onto my board over here. And that's the gist of the game, is just moving your little dude around and trying to earn patches. Let's see if I can put this back as close to where it was as possible. That's, well, let's bring it down just a little bit. See, this is why I don't normally move this thing, because trying to get it back to where I had it, not super easy. But that's the gist. Like even in the regular game, that's pretty much it. The board gets bigger with more players. You have people moving around. There's a consequence for landing on the same space as someone else, things like that. But it's a race, because like I said, in the normal one, all you're trying to do is you're trying to earn all your badges to get all the way to the bottom. The first person to get to the bottom wins. In this one, it's instead of a race against the other players to get down there, it's going to be a race against this supply, as I understand it. Right, requirement to win 3 of each patch. So I need to get, put it back on this side, I need to get 3 of these circle patches, 3 of these square patches, and 3 of these diamond patches. And I need to have 3 of them be advanced. So when you earn a patch to begin with, you get a particular ability. And then if you earn the same patch a second time, it flips over, and then it has this arrow on it, which means it's advanced, and it has a better ability on it. So that's what they mean by advanced. So technically I have to earn 12 patches to win the game. And that's generally it. All right, so randomly, okay, did that. On your first turn, place your camper on any map card, just like you would in a normal game. So here's an example. Well, not an example, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take that example from before, because I know that I have pink and blue. And there's not a tile out here that has pink, blue, and yellow. So the one tile that I can earn immediately is that patch right there, and that's the cartographer patch, which allows me to immediately swap any 2 edge map cards. Campers stay on the cards. It's not a super useful ability for me. What I might do is put something that uses yellow next to it that doesn't necessarily take 4 blues. But yeah, so we're going to put, okay. So I should think a little bit further. If I start my person here, on my first turn, I would move here and I would buy this patch. But if I start here and move here, same 2 cards to pay, different patch. If I start here, first turn I move here, same 2 cards, different patch. So which of these is better? So let's see recruiter. Immediately place a new or existing camper on any map tile. Not so great, not so bad. And then Backpacker. Backpacker's usually pretty good. Immediately take 2 cards from the reserve supply. That, I think, is the winner. So we're actually going to start the game here. Can you see that guy at all? Do I need to change to a different color? I might have to change to yellow. Yellow is way brighter. Fortunately, I'm going to leave... I'll leave all the banner tiles in there because the patches they have a green edge on them. Can you see that? Is this going to show it better? Oh, guys, way more obvious. Okay, so we'll put those off to the side over there. We'll put these guys over here. I'm not quite sure what the little round tokens are for. That's kind of strange. My guess is I put them on here when I earn them. That way I know I earned them as opposed to actually just counting, because it doesn't say, those are normally used for a different kind of card in the normal game. It doesn't appear that they're used in this one. So I'm guessing you just use them to cover up those little things. All right, so I flipped my cards upside down. They don't need to be face down. I know what they are. We all know what they are. Okay. So first turn, let's flip this guy over. You can't see that he has a little sash and a walking stick. Is it going to focus? He has a little sash and a walking stick on there. So I'm going to put him that way. All right, so first turn, like I said, on my turn I can do one of 4 things. I can either draw 1 card, which can be either a face down card or any of the face up cards. I can move and discard a card, which seems like a weird option considering I'm trying to get get all of these badges as quickly as I can, but that is a consequence for moving if I don't do anything else. I can move and earn a badge, so that's a good one. And then I can discard 2 matching tents. So again, these cards also have tents on them. So a green, a blue, and a gray. I don't have 2 matching tents, but what I would do is if I wanted to take a new guy and put him over here, I would discard 2 blue tents. Or if I wanted to put him over here, I'd discard 2 gray tents. And having more campers out there sometimes helps, but it helps more in the multiplayer game. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to help in the solo. So first turn, move here. I'm coming over the backpacker, so I get rid of pink and blue. And I earn backpacker. That's easy. So easy. Immediately draw 2 cards from the supply. So 1, 2. So I got 2 blues and a green, which means there's nothing within range of where I am right now that I can earn. Oh, no, I'll take it back. I have a yellow, a blue, and a green. So I could get this one, but see, that's where the trick comes in, is if I move, I would have to discard one of these. And they didn't change Trailblazing. Because Trailblazing makes you move 2. I would have thought, and of course I would be wrong, that Trailblazing in the solo game, instead of moving 2, you would move 1, but not have to discard. And then the upgraded version of Trailblazing would be move 2. That's how I would have done it. But maybe there was something wrong with the game in that way. I don't know. So let's see. There is nothing I can do, because I'm going to draw 1 card. Probably this turn, I'm going to draw 1 card. Because there's not much else I can do. I do have 2 matching tents, which means I could put another camper down. But there's not anywhere where I could put down a camper that would really help me a lot. Oh, look, that was pink and blue too. How did I totally miss that? That would have been super helpful. If I'd started here and gone here on my first turn to get that, and then I get the 2 cards, I could have gone there. So we didn't see that. That's fine. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known that I was going to get those 2 cards back. And there's no pink up here either, so that makes things even worse. So on my second turn, and I'm probably going to stop counting turns here real soon, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start getting ready to get one of these, because these badges make it so that you can basically turn any card into one of the ones that you need. So if you get fishing, you can discard any card and have it count as a fishing card. Man, there are canoeing is all over the place. This camp is canoeing and fishing heavy, and that seems to be the way the game goes when you play it multiplayer too. Is the cards that you deal out to begin with, they make a huge difference as to what you're actually able to generate. Gosh, because I need pink in two of the directions that I can go. The third direction is all blue and yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a blue, and that's my turn. I still need another blue, but there isn't one, and there's still not a pink. So this time I'm just going to draw from here, and I got a blue. Okay, so now what we're going to do is for this turn we're going to, and I don't really like to count turns. I'm literally the only one going. I'm doing these 4 actions over and over and over again. There's no consequence at the end of each round. Let me remind myself, I do not believe there is, other than that there's a 5-card limit. Enjoy my thinking, singing. Yeah, there's no additional anything at the end. There are wild cards. It'd be nice if I could see a wild card at any point in time. I think eventually I'm going to have to get some cards just to throw away to move around, because I am in an expensive corner of the map, and I'm about to pigeon myself even further in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move here, and we're going to get the fishing badge by paying 4 blue and a yellow. All right. 10 badges to go. No problem. And actually, I see green, green, yellow to go with this green. So I think we're about to get the canoeing badge. And fishing badge and canoeing badge are going to be really great for this. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to do that. Yeah, considering all I'm doing is racing this deck, I think getting these and actually getting these upgraded is going to be super important, because when you upgrade them, then you just pay 1 less. So we're going to move up here, and then we're going to spend these 4 to get the canoeing badge. All right. 8 badges to go? No, 9 badges to go. So we can take that wild. That would be a good start. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take that wild. What did recruiter do? So I could put another camper down if I do recruiter, to allow me to get kind of into an area where maybe it's not quite as hard to maneuver. Or I could put my second guy here and work on getting canoeing again, which would allow me to upgrade that. It's not a bad idea. So we're going to go ahead. So that was that. So that means we need the pink. It's going pretty quick. Look, we got another wild. That's good. So now on this turn, we're going to move and earn. And we're going to get recruiter, which allows us to put a guy here. All right. So now that means we need 3 greens and a yellow again. We in fact have 2 greens, a yellow, and a wild, so we're well on our way. So we're going to go ahead and take a green. So one of the things in the multiplayer game that you have to deal with is the fact that other players are trying to take your cards from you. So this makes it a little bit easier. We need that yellow. So I'm trying to avoid taking the wild, because if I can get it without getting the wild, that means I'm better off for it. So there's 3 green and a yellow, which means I can move here and flip my canoeing badge, which means now I need 1 less canoeing anytime I try and get a canoeing badge. A canoeing based badge, rather. So let's see, what is leadership? Because I could get leadership going here. When placing a new camper, you may place them on any board or any tile. So like I said, normally you would pay two blues to put a guy in a blue. If you have recruiter, not recruiter, if you have leadership, you can pay two of any color and put your person anywhere. I don't think that that's going to be super helpful. I think maybe cartographer. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a blue, and then we're going to move, and all we have to do is pay the blue, because we don't have to pay the pink to get cartographer. And now we have all of our circle badges. Immediately swap any two edge map cards. Campers stay on the cards. So if we wanted to get this for cheaper, okay, so that's what we can do. Because I would like to get fishing. I would like to upgrade fishing, but I want to do it for cheaper. This fishing uses canoeing. I already get a discount on canoeing, so I'm going to swap these two tiles. All right, immediately swap any two edge map cards. Okay. So now to get fishing, did I do that right? Yeah. So now to get fishing, all I have to do is move this guy down, which means I need one pink. I can see how this is going to get difficult because this deck is already really low. What the heck is the reserve for? Why did I put a reserve in? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, there's nothing in it. If you complete the challenge before you run out of supply cards, you win. If you can't, you lose. Each scenario has a challenge mode, and if you complete the scenario under the expert mode requirement, you will earn the solo achievement patch. Losing condition for each scenario is the same. If you go to replace one of your face-up cards and can't, then the game ends. So this is going to get real sweaty real fast because I've already burned through over half of the deck. I may have to take a second run at this and think about it in a different strategic pattern. Anyway, so we're trying to get this. So we only need two pinks and one blue. And then we're going to come at it from this direction so that we can get fishing upgraded. To do this with 5 cards left in the deck to get the patch. Yep. Which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 5 cards left. I don't think I'm going to get the expert. So let's see. We don't need any more circles, but we do need 1 more diamond and 3 more squares. What I really need to do is get this. I mean, these guys are right here in the corner. That's not helping me at all. I do need another upgrade. What does cartographer do when I upgrade it? That's not bad. Okay, it does the same thing again. This is really interesting. Pay 1 less fishing supply card when earning an achievement patch. Pay 1 less canoeing supply card when earning an achievement patch. There's 1 fishing, 1 canoeing. So I'm just going to go there and upgrade cartographer, which gives me all of the advanced that I need. Now I can swap any 2 map cards, not just center ones. So what I want to do is I want to put people near cheaper squares. Wow. Okay, so all the squares I have left, none of them use both fishing and canoeing. So that's not super helpful. Because we've got canoeing, hiking. We've got fishing, forestry, and hiking. I kind of think the map didn't play well for me because I still need to get 1 diamond and 3 squares in order to make this happen. Yeah, and then here I've got fishing, forestry. So we're going to go ahead and then canoeing. I was really hoping that I could use fishing and canoeing both to reduce the number of cards that I needed. Let's see, which one of these is going to be the most beneficial right away? Resourcefulness. Look at the top 5 cards in the draw deck and rearrange them and put them back in once per game. What do I have left? 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I would be able to look at the top 5, but I'd have already played several of them in order to do that. I don't think I'm going to make the challenge. I might not even win. I'm actually feeling kind of pessimistic all of a sudden. This is trying to, I think maybe my mistake was trying to get the advanced high-end patches, because that was a ton of cards to do that. And I don't think the discount that I'm getting back is worth it. Let's see, what is, okay, leadership isn't going to be super helpful, so we're swapping something. Trailblazing is movement, but I don't really need movement. I'm trying to figure out what would be best. What would be the best thing to put next to my guys? So I think we're going to swap these two. I think that helps a little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and so we need leadership, or is orienteering? I think orienteering is better. Yeah. So orienteering allows you to pick either the patch that you walked over or the patch on the opposite side. So we're going to go ahead and do that, which means we need a hiking. And we need a canoeing. We didn't get a canoeing, so we finally have to take the wild. And then we're going to move and spend that to get orienteering. And we could get, so we just need 2 more. No, we need 3. This is, definitely not going to be able to do it in 5 moves, or in 3 more turns. Oh, I forgot to replace this one. In 3 more turns, or 3 more cards rather. Let's see. Currently, what I have up here will not get me anything. I am going to need forestry at some point, and then another forestry. So let's see. Do I want resourcefulness or do I want leadership? I think I want resourcefulness. So we're going to go up here and we're going to spend these 2. Remember, I still get a free fishing, which gets us resourcefulness. You may look at the top 5 cards, the draw deck, rearrange them, and put. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order for me to get the expert mode, I can only use 1 more of these cards to get everything else. So that's clearly not going to happen. Right now, let's see, to win, I need a pink and a yellow moving here. And then I need a pink, a yellow, another yellow, and 3 greens. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Because no, 6 cards. 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. There are only 6 cards left in the deck. It said if you lose anytime you flip. Oh, is that, maybe that's what resourcefulness does when you split. Nope. I'm trying to figure out what the reserve was. Ah, immediately take 3 cards from the reserve supply. Would that be, ooh, I get that for free. I might have a chance. All right, so let's see. I can look at these 5 cards. I can put it back in any order. Plus, I have those cards up there, so I need 6 cards. Ooh, there's 2 wilds. I am not going to need any blues and all that, so I'm going to put blue at the bottom. So that was what I got for doing resourcefulness. And all I need now is, it actually works out pretty well. That actually works out really well because if I move this guy over here for free, that means I don't have to do this expensive one. So we're going to move this over here for free, and we're going to advance Backpacker, which gives us 3 cards off the reserve. I don't know why there's 9 over there. There must be something else that gives us cards in the reserve. This is actually, I think we just did it. I think we just did expert mode. Because then, oh no, wait, because I had to do one less there. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to lose it by 1. Oh, nope, I read these backwards. I think I'm going to finish the game, but I don't think I'm going to get expert mode. That free backpacker really helped. We already flipped cartographer. What does camping get us? Immediately pick up one of your campers and place them on any map card. Because we can do camper for free also. Or camping for free, rather. So can we win with these cards in hand? And what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 draw. So we'd have to be able to win in 4 cards. So the other diamond would come from here, which would be this and that, which would be the 1 draw. Is there anywhere? There is nowhere that I can use 2. Ooh, no. Yes. Okay, I can do it. 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 All right, so I currently have earned, oh no, I'm moving for free. Is that going to hurt me? That might hurt me. Oh, I can just move him back and forth on these 2 for free, unlimited, until I run out of badges that I can get. Because I move him up here and it costs me nothing, so I get camping, which immediately pick up one of your campers and move them to any map or any card on the map. Hold on, how was I going to do this? Oh, I had a thought and then I lost it. I think this guy needs to be here and that guy needs to be there. All right, let's see if this works. So that guy goes there. I think I'm going to be 1 card short. I think I'm going to lose by 1 singular card. Unless I use recruiter for free, which I cannot do. So let's see, if instead of putting him there, I put him here, and then as a turn, I move him here, I upgrade recruiter for free, take X cards from the reserve supply, where X is the number of cards you have, or number of campers you have out. I have 2 campers out, so I get 2 cards from the reserve, which is going to give me enough cards to finish this, because at this point in time, colors almost don't matter. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pink card, and that is the last card that I can take if I want to make expert mode, because there are 5 left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to take no more cards, but I think I'm good. So if I move over here, I get a blue and a pink for free, and I have the other 2 pinks right here, which for that I'm going to take forestry. And forestry, I can pay any single card as a forestry card. So then all I have to do is move this guy over here. So that gets that one. Move this guy over here, and the only one that will help me is leadership. I don't care what the leadership ability is. Oh, I haven't paid for it yet. Slow down, Casey. So to pay for it, I get a blue for free. So I don't even need that blue. I have a yellow, and then with my forestry, I can use any other color card. Oh, I could have done it without going back. Oh, look, I didn't even need to do that extra turn. So because I forgot, I only paid 2 there. So I get that one for free. I pay a yellow, and then I can pay anything as a forestry, which means I get leadership. And that's it. That was solo, and I completed it with the expert condition. Day 1, Jimmy gets his quick learner patch. Way to go, Jimmy. Aren't you awesome? What do you think? Should I play another one? Should I do 2? It was only 30 minutes. No, sorry, that was 50 minutes. I could do another one. Well, if anyone's watching, give me a nod or a wave or something if you feel like I should do the second one. The snipe hunt. The snipe hunt. I'll give you a few seconds while I read through how this one works differently to myself. So just consider whether I should do a second one, or I could just save this for next week. This one would involve which board? 4-2. Involve this board. And I'd get the quick learner patch, which is this one. What does the quick learner patch do? No, that's the discovery patch. Where's the quick learner? This one's a quick learner, which gets me a weird icon. So with the quick learner patch, during play, you may take one non-wild card from the discard pile and place it on bottom of the draw deck. That's kind of cool. You just get a free card. Or at least your stack gets larger. Win with all 4 green circle patches to earn the discovery patch. Does this one not even, this one doesn't even use the map. Interesting. Well, I haven't seen any interest in me doing a second one, so I guess that's it. So there we go. So this is a fun game. It's fun as a multiplayer game. I've played it 2, 3, and 4 player. In fact, the first time I played it, I actually played it 2 player by myself. I used the Rado runs through it method, where I played myself and I played someone else, and it worked okay that way. Strategically, it's a little weird because you're fighting against yourself, but mechanically, it gave me the chance to actually learn it and kind of get through it. This would have been an effective way of learning the game as well, because virtually all of the mechanics of the game were still included in day 1. So if you have Camp Pinetop and you haven't played it, if you don't have the opportunity to play with someone else, if you're interested in picking up and you want to kind of get a little practice with it, day one of Jimmy Goes to Camp does give you all of the functional mechanics of a regular game, only without other people interfering with you. That said, the solo game was really fun. At least, the one that I've done so far. And I think probably, since it's just 8 days, I'll probably go through each of the days over the next few weeks. If I have a little bit more interest, I may actually do more than one a week. Like I said, I would have done more than one right now if there had been anyone who was interested or engaged. But since that seems to be it, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and play some Valhalla, because I didn't play all that much Valhalla yesterday. I watched my brother play Valhalla instead. He just got it and just started, and I've been enjoying it enough, and I don't get to hang out with him all that much. He lives in Indiana. They didn't get to come down for Christmas this year because of global pandemics and whatnot. So it was nice to actually just sit and watch him stream it and chat with him and watch him go through everything that I'd already done. And it was neat because I noticed some things that I didn't notice when I played it the first time through. So that was kind of cool. Anyway, that's totally a side subject. I didn't mean to distract myself while I was putting away all of my toys. If I had any complaints about this game at all, it's very minor, very nitpicky. The components are a little like you can see that that's bent. And literally every time we get these out of the box to play a game, we try and bend them back into the shape that they're supposed to be. I think my cat just fell off of her cat tree. But we try and bend these back into the shape that they're supposed to be so that we can play. And then by the time I open up the box the next time, they have in fact all warped into absurd shapes again. So that, like I said, that's super nitpicky. Of all the things that could be wrong with a game, that's super minor. All of the other components, aside from the boards, are actually really good. So like all the cards are like these cards. These are great cards. They shuffle well. They bend well. They don't fold that well, which is a good thing. You don't want your cards to fold. But yeah, these are good cards. So I'm good. I'm happy with the cards. I'm happy with all the wood pieces. Like the custom meeples and everything are super cute because they're like little raccoon guys or fox guys or something like that. So that's literally the only thing that feels cheaply made are the player boards, and you know I can live with that. It wasn't an expensive game. It was a super cheap Kickstarter. Definitely worth playing. I highly advise it. It is mechanically simple, and then just challenging enough with a few players to make it so you really feel like you're working to win the game. And there is enough player interaction that it doesn't feel like it's 4 people playing solitaire. Like those things I was doing where I was moving tiles around. That can be super aggressive, Pete. Pete, that can be really aggressive if you do that. But yeah, so Camp Pinetop, thumbs up. So yeah, I stream 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes board games, sometimes video games. So if you're not familiar with my channel, go ahead and follow me so that you'll be notified when I stream again. Right now, like I said, I'm playing through Valhalla, and I think I'm going to continue playing some Camp Pinetop the next couple of Sundays. So thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next time.